Is that a tree? What's hanging from it? Must be a way across. Zorl-Stissa. The gods. Are they dead? How can this be?
Cursed tendrils tighten around Zorl-Stissa. Her lips are moving, but no words seem able to escape her lips. Tight coils wrap Tir-Cindelius from head to foot. His still face is set to a glowering sneer. A small, stout imp winces under the countless cursed threads that bind her. Before you hangs a great ethereal orc, his face twisted in a knot of pain as cursed tendrils constrict him. Amadia hangs before you, her face cut and bruised, her chest barely moving. You think you see a tear run down her cheek. You lean in. That's no tear. It's sauce. The shimmering liquid is seeping from her wounds and dripping to the ground below her. Ralik hangs limp from the tree, cursed branches constricting him, snake-like from foot to shoulders. His helmeted head hangs slack at his side, but a barely audible wheeze rasps from his lips. Hurry! Ever-tightening cursed branches constrict the great dwarven god Duna. His eyelids flutter, and his face, bluish and bloated, nods. As the cursed tendrils slacken, Zorl-Stissa inhales deeply, air wheezing into her throat. Wheezes become a hum, then a gently wavering song.
The champion I called. My champion did come. First among my chosen, first among them. Together we gazed into the black. We turned our backs to it. We turned. You have come, my prince, my chosen. It is not too late. Not yet, but almost. Yes, and while we quibbled, an enemy greater than any one of us stole in like a thief in the night. But here you are, my chosen, my God-woken, our hope. You will undo what has been done. I saw it as I drifted here, at the midpoint between reality and oblivion. I saw Rivellon. But there was no Rivellon. There were no people, no ancient empire, none of our people, none of our great works. I grow cold now, even thinking about it. It was not a dream, God-woken. It was a threat. A promise from our enemy. The enemy you and you alone can stop. It was a vision of the void, and it made me tremble with fear. Yes, my prince. I, the goddess. I who created you, tremble. Soon the Seven will be nothing but morsels in the maws of the void. Unless you do as I bid you. Do what I blessed you for. You have already set loose some of the powers locked within you. But there is a great well of possibility, as yet untapped. You cannot stop until you ascend to the highest heights of your power. You cannot stop until you become divine. Like Lucian, you will be called to unite the powers of the Seven against the Void. Like Lucian, you will lead our proud people to preeminence. But Unlike Lucian, your weakness will not lead you to foolish failure.
She opens her mouth to respond, but stops dead. Her head jerks from side to side, searching for something unseen.
You must hurry. I hear it singing to me. Fire and ice, death and skulls, blackness, blackness. Go!
White-hot cold pierces your heart like a blade. You are frozen to the spot. The burning cold pumps through you like a curse, and then...
What's happened here? Where is everyone?
The same troubled look is visible on each face. You've seen the gods beaten and defiled, strung up as a warning.
I've got my weapon, I've got my wits. And now, I've got a new enemy. If the Void wants me, well, I say let it come. I'm ready.
I had dreams of what I should say if I saw the Seven Lords once more. But that was a nightmare.
The Void has been pushed back before by the power of mortals. The gods couldn't handle it. But maybe we can.
Where is everybody?
Hidden away somewhere, safe from the storm, I hope.
Not a soul down here. Just stillness.
Sabiel's spirit watches your approach like a spectator on a beach watches the waves roll in with a soothing inevitability.
There we have it, don't we, dear? The final die has been cast and it's come up wanting. You have what you hope for you still live. Forsake me now. Go hence and give chase to your mortal desires. From death, let me be death. I still hear it. It's still there. It'll never leave me alone. It'll never leave me alone.
She clenches her ghostly fists and sets her jaw.
Find it. Destroy it. Make it leave me be.
Where have you been? I can't keep this up much longer. We need to go. There's no time. I can't hold us here. Brace yourself. This might hurt. A lot.
The chill of the Hall of Echoes clung to the Lady Vengeance as it returned to the shores of Reaper's Coast. The Godwoken were alive, but what of the gods?
Solid ground materializes beneath your feet. Your weight falls back into your body all at once, and bright sunlight stings your eyes. As your eyes adjust, you realize you're still aboard the Lady Vengeance. A gust of fresh sea air caresses you, and warm sunshine prickles your skin.
One moment, please. Just a moment.
Malady explodes in a fit of retching that racks her body. At last, she sneezes and expels a glob of something shiny and silver onto the deck. It wriggles quickly off the siding and plummets into the sea with a splash.
Better. Let's not do that again anytime soon, Well, we needed to escape, didn't we? So I took us the one place I was quite certain Dallas couldn't follow. I suppose you recognized the Hall of Echoes from those visions you'd had before. Realm of the dead, realm of divinity. I do hope you learned something useful on our little field trip. Desperate how? I see. So, your god seemed uncharacteristically frightened, told you the void was coming, and that only you could ascend to divinity, after which you felt a cold deep within you. Well then. It sounds like you need to ascend, doesn't it? And quickly.
She inspects her fingernails with great attention, then looks up at you from under an arched eyebrow.
Did they mention how you were meant to become the next divine? Oh, what confidence you inspire. Luckily for you, Mama Malady is here to help. We already know you can bless, but as far as I know, you can neither see source nor take it as you see fit. I may not know much about divinity, but I do know that any Godwoken worth their salt will know how to perform all these oh-so fantastic feats. You need to go see the Meister. She's got one of those things in Driftwood. You know, the building where people go and they do things inside of it? A home, that's it. She's got a home in Driftwood. Give me your map. There you are. Tell her I sent you and she'll handle the rest. You're at the beginning of a long journey, Godwoken. Long, but exceedingly interesting. Now, I must be going, and so must you. Shopping. Why, our faithful little sloop, of course. We can all ride together. Won't that be terribly fun? Before you go, if I'm not back by the time you find out where our journey takes us next, you can call me back here. Tell the ship. She'll know how to summon me. And in the unlikely case you don't manage to do whatever it is you'll need to do to become what you need to become, you could call me, but I would be grateful if it doesn't come to that.
The squirrel reaches out and touches your ankle, sending a hot flush rippling through your body.
Hello again. That's twice now you've saved my skin. And I think it's time to start repaying the favours. I could fetch some stuff you need, maybe. Ma always said I was a great runner. Sure thing. I'll start hunting that down right away. Don't wait up.
Hail, friend, and remember, in Lucian's love there can be no wrong. Paradise awaits, my friend. Not an actual paradise, of course. I don't think there's such a place in all of Rivellon. Paradise Downs. My parents still sow the soil there. And if the Order hadn't called me to its ranks, I'd still call their farm my home. I miss it. I miss them. They've been forever understanding of my duty. But I admit, I've been neglectful. I have some wrongs to right. I expect Malady has an answer to that. It seems she's got it all in hand. only as often as I need his guidance, Godwoken. When I invoke Lucian's words, I invoke his deeds too. He stood for the defenseless when the Black Ring rose up. For all of us. For my mother, my father.
Gareth's nostalgia lasts for just a moment longer. He composes himself, clears his throat, and waits for your next question.
Speak to me if you're looking for hired help. I've got good fighters of every stripe. They know how to keep their mouths shut too, as long as there's gold in it for them. Oh, I see you have a full contingent already. Then I'll leave you be.
You're stumbling away from the shoreline, a deep wound in your side. Behind you, the remains of your ship slip beneath the water. You press on, you and the others. A clearing further inland, a camp, a Magister camp. They weren't supposed to be here, yet here they are, twice as many in number as you and my friends. You reach for your sword, but the sky is already thick with Magister arrows. You are an abomination, a crucified figure blazing with sauce. You hear screams, and then the scent of charred flesh. Your grip tightens around the blade's hilt. You never felt such rage. These freaks, they are tearing the world apart. They must not live. Rivellon must survive.